So, hey, let's close it out. Or last topic, obviously, about the boobs. Just because can't talk about them enough, but I definitely want to save the best for last.
Yes.
Amazing.
Thank you.
So you always loved huge boobs.
Always.
So like,
I grew up in that era. I mean, perhaps you did too, but like, I mean, and when I was coming into my sexual prime, or not prime, I shouldn't say.
Awakening. Awakening. You started to,
I think boobs were everything, and the bigger the better.
Yeah. So what was it about the just huge boobs that you thought to yourself, that's what I want?
Yeah,
was it just because
I love the look of it. Like I said, I really aspired to have that kind of figure. And I actually have pretty natural big boobs.
Okay.
I mean, obviously I have a hump now, but
yes.
But I still had pretty, for my size, I was pretty busty, even when I was younger.
What were you before you had any kind of?
I was about double D naturally.
Oh, all right. That's it's respectable.
Very, thank you. But it doesn't seem like anything now in this world,
it's
right?
funny. Well, it's funny because I'll watch stuff from like there was an episode of Seinfeld, for instance, where George is going to go interview for like a bra manufacturer. Yeah. And so his dad sits down with him to tell him about, he's like, you know about the cup sizes? He's like, you have the A, the B, the C. He brings
out his mom's bra.
Yeah. And he's like, and you have the D, that's the biggest. And I always laugh at that line, not because of the context of the show, which is meant to be this uncomfortable conversation, but the fact that D is, you think like, is that really that big? I mean, when you're young, you think that's enormous.
Right.
But now it's like
you're right. Like everybody makes it seem like, and at least in media, that's the big boobs.
Well, because Hollywood, so many actresses just are really, but they're not very busty,
right?
But it's just, and that's the thing. It's hard for people, I think, to fathom boobs that large.
Yeah, and I feel like even in a picture, sometimes it doesn't. You don't realize until you. I think what people see, especially like next to like a normal sized boob.
Yeah. So, it's very different. So how big are they now?
Like cup size wise, or like
you can go cc's, and then if you
I'm 2,800 cc's.
28, nice. Okay.
I'm tall and I'm sort of broad, so I feel like this is very interesting to me now that I've met like other girls with large implants. Like I feel like they don't look as big on me as maybe they would on a girl who's 5 foot and like 95 pounds, Like I'm sort of jealous of those girls because I feel like they can get so much more mileage out of the CCs.
Really? Oh, because their frame is smaller.
Because they're smaller girls, yeah.
So dimensionally, it'll just
the eye just naturally thinks that they're bigger than they are.
So what kind of implants do you have?
I just have saline implants.
Oh, okay, so you don't have expanders.
No.
All right. So are you at like this is the top that the biggest you think we'll ever
I know,
get?
right? Isn't that the $1 million question?
It always is, right?
Of course, being on, in the big boob realm, I always think, God, I would love to go bigger. I do worry. I mean, I've known girls who have had issues with them as they go larger.
It's an unfortunate,
and it is. I mean, I think that's something that people don't realize. The issues with having them. It can be hard. I'm very lucky that I am a good healer. So I mean, not gonna lie, but I have not had any issues. So maybe I would consider going a bit bigger in the future. I don't know.
How long have you had those implants?
Well, okay. So from when I first shot with Score, I had 1600s, and I went up to this size about 5 years ago.
Okay. Same surgeon?
Yep, same surgeon.
Okay. It's probably better.
Yeah.
Did he suggest the size like 28, or was that you
This was so interesting. I did not have a choice of the CCs that I went up to. He sort of like, I showed him my wish pick, which of course was girls that you and I both know.
Yes. Yes.
And he filled it up to what he thought would replicate that look. And that was my size. So
yeah. So when did you have your first procedure done? And that was to 1600?
It was probably a year or two before I shot with Score.
Okay. How did you feel when you first saw them? Were you like, oh my God, this is so great.
I loved them.
Yeah, right?
I immediately wanted more.
Yeah, and that's amazing. It's funny how that happens.
It is. It's like what they call booby greed.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I totally wanted more. And now, I mean, I see girls and I'm like, oh, I want more.
Yeah.
I need to go bigger.
I mean, and that's what's interesting. I mean, what do you think? Is it just because in your head, like you think to yourself, oh, I like them big, and you just is there a way to describe that feeling of that, I guess, that boob greed that you have?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's like anybody, maybe you take a bite of something really delicious and you're like, oh, I want to eat some more of that.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Did you have to get like a bunch of new, all new clothes by the time that?
Oh yeah. I mean, for sure. Like nothing fits. And even now, I mean, I feel like it's very hard. I mean, I can't find bras that fit. I've recently gotten a few bras like custom made, and that's been really helpful.
Mhm.
But to be honest with you, I wear sports bras most days.
Yeah.
It's
Do they
just
offer
easier.
the most support, or they're just easier to wear?
Both.
Okay.
Both, I would say. But it is hard. I actually watched the show with Kristen, who I just adore, and she's so beautiful and lovely.
Yeah.
And I do agree with her that like I find that like an XL band is too large around, even though it fits my actual breasts.
Yeah.
So it's hard even in something that's stretchy to find things that fit.
You know who I think looks like she's got really great bras and she's got really, really large enhanced boobs is Paige British. You know who she is?
Oh gosh, she's gorgeous.
Yeah,
wow.
she's amazing.
Oh,
like she's one of those
to
women I
die
think that's like so stunning that you almost like, is she real?
I do think that. I say that. I'm like, gosh, how could somebody be that beautiful?
Yeah, exactly. And just, just like her, like how slim her waist is.
Yeah, she's just a tiny little thing.
Oh man, but she has like looks like these really nice bras. And for instance,
I wonder if she gets some custom made.
That's what I was going to say.
I totally want to check out that Polish girl like Kristen was talking about.
Yeah, I've heard. Yeah. But it seems like, but I mean, because sometimes they're really expensive. Although I think Christine said that the ones that she found are actually not that expensive. Christine. No, it's okay. I'm sure she'll forgive you.
I'm sorry.
It's
Christine.
Okay. But yeah, that's to find that, because she looks like she's got those like the under, the whatever it's underwire, the whatever is in bras and how they're designed.
The underwire bras, but those are really uncomfortable. I find, at least for me.
Yeah.
But she said she didn't have implants, so I think maybe it's because of the implants that sometimes it feels uncomfortable.
Maybe for her. Yeah. So, and I remember somebody told me, I forgot which guest this was. It might've been Charlotte. The one who had 4,000, where they actually put support in with the implant.
Yeah. Dr. Ravis does that. The, what is it? Inner bra or something, miracle bra.
Yeah. And I just found, I was like, that blew me away, because I'm like, wow, they can actually almost put kind of a support in there with the implant. Yeah, that's
incredible. Medical technology. I know. Amazing.
It's amazing how far that's come just from like silicone were the original. Which do they still have silicone implants?
But silicone breasts only go up to 800 cc's.
Okay.
And you can't add. That's why people, big boob girls will get the saline, because you can add as much as you want to them, even though they're really only meant to go up to like 800 also.
Okay. Well, because saline isn't still a safer, because it's just salt water.
Right. Nothing can leave.
So if it popped, it would just absorb
deflate
into the body.
Right? Yeah.
As opposed to silicone, which actually is a substance.
Yeah, I don't think I'd want that absorbed into the body. It doesn't seem good.
I'm wondering if they've become safer, like if they're less prone to.
I'm sure like every piece of medical
they're probably better
equipment or implants. I think that they've probably improved over the years.
Yeah.